Welcome back to Chattin with D. Luciane, thank you for coming on to my show.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing so great. So excited to help you with your mission and really looking forward to sharing some wisdom with your audience.
Thank you so much. Now, you are the CEO of Luxian International Realty. Tell me, how did you get started in your career?
Well, I got into real estate because I came from Brazil and I didn't know how to speak English and I was completely broke. So I had to start from scratch. So as I came to the United States, I worked in all kinds of jobs until a lot of people who I met who were very successful, they were in real estate. In order to be successful, you really need to be involved in real estate. So in 2002, I got my real estate license. And I remember when I was getting my real estate license, still smelling the burnt from 9/11. And because a lot of the licenses done on William Street, which is not too far from where everything happened, no one wanted to give me a job. No one wanted to give me an opportunity to be a real estate agent because typically in order for you to be successful in real estate, you need to know a lot of people. And I didn't know anyone. And it was really interesting how I found out later that in order for you to work for a real estate company, all you need is a pulse. Because if you have your real estate license, anyone will hire you because you don't have a salary. You really are based on commission. But even then, I had a hard time getting someone to be willing to give me a job because I barely spoke English. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anything about the streets of Manhattan. I didn't even know how to take the subway. But after persistence and constantly asking for an opportunity, finally one manager said, fine, I'll give you a chance to be an agent here. And that's where it all began. The last company I worked for was Town Residential. I've learned a lot working with them. I understood what luxury truly is. Because a lot of companies out there, they say, okay, I'm a luxury company, but they don't provide you with a luxury experience. So when I was working with them, I flew private. I'm in private jets flying to Miami, and I was dealing with a lot of high net worth individuals. I'm building brands all over the world. I'm building alliance partnerships all over the world. Unfortunately, they decided to seize the brokerage business. And when that happened, I had about 40 companies who wanted to hire me. And every company I met, I never felt that it was a place I wanted to be a part of. Not after 17 years. Either they didn't have a luxury brand, or they didn't have the technology, or the leader wasn't someone I looked up to. And I always felt if I'm going to work with a company that I don't look up to the leader, then it's not a good place for me. Because I need to be in a place that I need to feel like, okay, I'm gonna learn from this person and I will grow. But I never found that, after being in the business for 17 years. So I felt, okay, if I can't find what I want, let me create it.
Yes.
And that's when I decided to launch Luxian International Realty. I said, I don't wanna be in a rocking chair, regretting for the rest of my life that I never did it.
So you took your leap of faith and you created your own American dream.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm helping other people live their American dream by buying a home.
Yes. Awesome. So tell me, how do you create a client base and what is the difference between a broker, a stager, and a realtor in real estate?
Okay, so it all starts with a name and someone you meet, right? I knew no one when I came to the United States other than my aunt and my sister. But every person you meet, they know 100 people. Building relationships, because any business, for the most part, it's about relationships. Real estate, most important, it's about relationships. So you go and you meet somebody, then you stay in touch with them and you add value, give them information of value. That's how you build your network. So over 17 years, I have 12,000 relationships.
Wow.
Plus I have a database of 750,000 agents. So that was something that I built over 17 years. It took a long time, name by name.
So consistency and patience, it sounds like.
Perfect, because consistency equals trust, right? So if you send someone a text once and then you don't communicate with them for 5 years, you're not consistent, they don't remember you. You need to constantly be around. You're constantly adding value. How are you? Happy birthday, and things like that.
That's a great way.
So the difference between a real estate agent, a broker, and a stager. So a real estate agent typically have to be 18 years old to be able to get a real estate license. To be a broker, you have to be in the real estate business for 2 years and have closed a certain amount of transactions that gives you the ability to become a broker. Because once you're a broker, you can have your own real estate company. So most people choose to be a real estate broker and work under another brand, which means they become an associate broker. So they're working under another company. So I am a broker and I own my own company, so that's it, right? So it's a broker and there's real estate agents that work under a broker. So you're basically the supervisor, the person who's overseeing the company and the agents that work under the brand. And a stager is someone who is extremely valuable, that typically is a third party, and they help the real estate broker or the agent make the home beautiful that is going to sell for the highest price. So a lot of sellers underestimate the value of staging. Unfortunately, most buyers don't have a vision. And when they come in, they look at pictures, they look at the space, they start looking at all the problems. So you need to eliminate all of that. You need to make them feel like this is a place they see themselves in. And most people want to be in a place that's move-in ready. And that's basically what staging creates. And a lot of people unfortunately undervalue that, but it's an essential part of selling real estate, in my opinion.
So there's so many different parts that come together to make the full vision possible. What is the day-to-day process like for you?
So there's a lot of moving parts, and typically the agent is the heart. The agent has the relationships that connects everything together, because I've done thousands of transactions, so I know who's a great mortgage broker, I know who's a great attorney, so basically I connected that. I know the best stagers, so we connect everyone to make sure that we have a successful sale.
And so what qualities would you say makes up a great broker, stager, or realtor?
It's all about, there's a lot of things, but I would say integrity and doing the right thing, right? But most importantly is about relationships. You have to build strong relationships with people and care about others. The more you give, the more it comes back to you. Another thing that I think is very important is you have to build a brand. You're building your brand. Every person needs to have their own identity. And I know a lot of people work with different brands, but regardless of who you work for, you still have your own personal brand. And would you do business with you, right? So you need to be known for something. So number one, you need to build your brand and you be very specific of who you are. Like, I am the celebrity broker who helps clients in the sports entertainment industry. So you think of a Realtor for the Star, you think of me, because that's the brand I've been building. And when you're dealing with high net worth individuals and the celebrities, you're selling luxury real estate, right? So a lot of agents sometimes, there's 1 million real estate agents in the US. So think about it. If you're just like everybody else, you're jack of all trades, you're just, average Joe, you're not gonna stand out. You have to have a brand and you have to know who you wanna be known for. And once you know who you wanna be known for, then you need to constantly be bold and put yourself out there.
Coming from Brazil and building this legacy for yourself, what's next for you? What is that next step for you?
So I will be the real estate company that sells the most luxurious homes all over the world.
Congratulations. That is awesome.
It will happen. I don't know if it'll be a year from now, if it'll be 5 years from now, but it has begun, and that's my mission. But most importantly, during that process is providing each person a remarkable experience. Not only you want to build your own brand, you also want to build deep relationships with people. Because at the end of the day, you will do business with people that like and trust you. And you want to do such a great job, you want to add so much value that they become raving fans. And they'll constantly come back to you to do business with you because they trust you and they like you.
Awesome. You have an amazing story, and thank you for coming on and sharing your story and just really being transparent about your journey. And I wish you the best in everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Breathe.